Give my friend a beer and give me a small orange juice. I'm not 21.
Wow. You're the first kid in weeks that hasn't given me an argument about his age.
Disappointed?
Huh?
Sid, I think he's disappointed. You think he's disappointed?
Definitely.
You'd rather have an argument. I think you'd rather really have an argument than the truth. Now, that's how you get your kicks, right?
Say, are you trying to start trouble?
Sid, now he says we're trying to start trouble. I don't like that.
Hold it! Hold it! Now, this is exactly what it looks like, folks. A stick-up. Bartender, get around front.
Sid! Sit down. Now that's better. Everyone just relax. Leave the change, Sid. Just take the bills.
Come on, let's get out of here. Give me those keys.
Don't any of you try to follow her. This guy's a dead man.
You won't get a half a block, you cheap little butchers.
Oh, bartender.
My name is Frank Ballinger, Detective Lieutenant, M Squad, a special detail of the Chicago Police. My job was to find two kids out for thrills. This was their fourth daylight robbery of a bar. The pattern was the same. The bartender is drawn into an argument, a sudden act of sadism by the slender bandit, then the holdup. By the time I arrived at the scene, witnesses had been questioned and composite sketches of the bandits worked up. Sergeant?
Oh, Frank. Here's some sketches we had made up. This is the guy they took. Wanted his car.
Well, who is he?
Oh, nobody seems to know. But there's no doubt it's those crazy thrill kids. So we're taking prints just to be certain. Oh, here's a list of your witnesses.
Well, anything new?
Yeah, the skinny kid called the other one Sid.
Sid, that's all.
That's about it.
How'd they get away?
Well, nobody seems to know. The witnesses were so scared that they wouldn't poke their head out the door after they saw the bartender gunned down.
We've got to identify those two killers fast, Morrissey, and the hostage. Get copies of this sketch and send them to all newspapers and wire services. Then phone in an APB. We want those killers dead or alive.
Right.
Dead or alive? Oh, my name is Mary Burnett. I'm with the Northside Star,
Well, what's that?
a new neighborhood daily. Oh, what about my question, Lieutenant?
Oh, an APB is an all-points bulletin, Miss Burnett.
No, I mean the dead or alive part.
Well, that's self-explanatory.
Oh.
There's two killers loose and they're holding a hostage. If they're still in town, it's our job to apprehend them no matter what.
Including legalized murder?
How long have you been a newspaper woman?
Not long.
That's what I figured. You've got a lot to learn. Now, if you'll excuse me, Miss Burnett, I have work to do.
Lieutenant Ballinger? Traffic detail located the getaway car. They're still in the city.
Ballinger. The getaway car, a stolen one, was located in a slum area on the edge of an industrial district. Several people saw two men and a middle-aged man abandon it. They said the older man might have been acting under duress. The area for a mile in every direction was immediately sealed off.
Oh, we started a building-to-building search, but...
Oh, Frank, that's like looking for a grain of sand on Oak Street Beach. It would take days to search an area that
You know, if only we know who these kids are, or who their parents are, anything to sort of try to pinpoint them.
Did you talk to a newspaper woman from the Northside Star?
Yeah, yesterday. What about it?
This?
Oh. Police fight crime with legalized murder. By Mary Burnett. Swell. Now, you get this. We, the police, practice the eye for an eye theory in dealing with the criminally insane. You know, what I'd like to know is who certified those junior assassins as insane.
Oh, take it easy, Frank.
Yeah, what's she doing? Practicing remote control psychiatry?
Mary Burnett is just out of college. Her family owns the Star and a half dozen other neighborhood papers. They reach a lot of people.
Yeah, but you'd think a publisher of a sheet like this would realize what he's printing. He's got a big responsibility.
Hello, Lieutenant. You were saying something about responsibility?
Miss Burnett, you know, you make a couple of killers sound like misunderstood heroes.
This piece in the paper about legalized murder.
You did say dead or alive yesterday.
There's no order out to kill anybody.
Isn't that what dead or alive really means?
No. It means alive if possible. Dead is an absolute last resort.
I imagine that distinction was lost on two boys hiding in fear of police bullets.
Well, these two so-called boys, as you refer to them, are holding a hostage. Do you have any idea what his chances of survival are?
I don't think you're helping his chances any by hunting them down like animals. You're driving them to kill again. Can't you see that if they had had help when they were children?
Oh, misunderstood childhood, huh? The parents are to blame for everything? Tell me, Miss Burnett, what book did you read that in?
It was homicide. Got an identification on your hostage. There's the address. It's his wife. She knows all about it.
I'd like to go along.
Miss Burnett, this is a police matter.
That's what we print.
Then why don't you print what the bartender's widow has to say? Your misunderstood boys made it so nice for her.
Modern psychiatry is doing wonders. It tries to find the dangerously sick mind, help it, and keep it from hurting the community. But the police must stop a dangerous man without concern for his mental state.
Mrs. Carter, could you tell me a little bit about your husband, his work, what he does, things of that nature?
He's an electronics engineer.
I see.
Yesterday morning at breakfast, he wasn't feeling well, and I wanted him to see the doctor again.
Again? Is your husband in poor health?
A blood pressure condition. He has to have a special diet. The doctor said his life may depend on it.
Well, what sort of a special diet?
Salt-free. Not just unsalted food, but special foods.
Well, I'll certainly see the newspapers get that.
You must find him before it's too late.
We're doing everything we can, Mrs. Carter.
Do whatever they ask. Get him away from those men. You must.
Sid,
Alvin's asleep.
will you wake him up? Will you get out of here, the whole lot of you?
Take it easy, Julie. You want to get Alvin mad.
But the police have the whole neighborhood surrounded. Your pictures are in the paper.
Don't mean a thing. Nobody saw us come in here.
Oh, you turn him loose. Will you get Alvin out of here? Oh, Sid, he's trouble. He's bad trouble.
She's right, young man. You'll never escape, but you can help yourself. You shut up!
Sid, now listen to him. He's right.
Get out, Sid, now, before he wakes up. And bring the police back with you.
It wouldn't do that to me, would you, Sid? Not when Carter means money to us. Right?
Money? I thought we only wanted the car.
Well, I've been thinking, Sid. Now, he is worth something to somebody. We have to keep him alive for a while.
Oh, Sid, what have you done? Will you get Al out of here before he destroys all of us?
You! You go on down to the store and get that special food for him. I'll leave when you get back. Sid stays here. Take this letter on the other side of town and put it in a mailbox. Take the L.
What is it, Alvin?
It's our ticket out of here.
This ransom note for $25,000. Mrs. Carter raised this kind of money.
I don't know.
No, it could be he's already dead.
Maybe they're saving him for a phone call to prove that he's still alive.
What about this condition he's supposed to have?
Oh, I checked on those special foods he has to eat. You can buy them in any market.
Oh, Frank, these guys can't go to a market to buy that stuff.
No? Well, maybe somebody else is doing the shopping, huh?
How many people do you suppose use these special kind of foods in that area?
I don't know. But how many people have just started buying them, huh?
Within 24 hours, every food store in the area was personally contacted by one of our men. Merchants were asked to be on the lookout for any customer who has just started purchasing salt-free foods. After a number of sour leads, we finally got a promising one from the owner of a small neighborhood grocery. A young woman named Julie Sisk had purchased several items of salt-free canned goods for the first time during the last 2 days.
What took you so long?
Why don't you go yourself if you don't like the service?
Don't get sore, Julie.
Sid? Where did Alvin take Carter? Where are you hiding him out now?
Not far.
Where?
Alvin won't let me tell you where.
Alvin won't let me tell you where. Oh, Sid, you're a fool. Give yourself up. You didn't kill anybody.
It's no use. I'm tied in. I was with Alvin.
Working on him again, huh, Julie? Come here.
Take it easy, Alvin.
Come here, baby. Get rid of whoever it is.
Mrs. Sisk,
Yes.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may.
Well, what about?
Well, we understand that you've been buying some special dietary food recently. When I got back to M Squad later that day, more trouble was waiting for me.
That's a lie. You never gave Sid a chance. You pushed your way in and you started shooting. Sid never had a chance.
Not the way it happened at all, Mrs. Sisk, and you know it, but I realized that you were his frightened.
Lieutenant, did you ask him to surrender?
There was no time for that.
There, you see, he admits it. You're no better than Alvin. The only difference is you've got a badge.
You don't deny walking in there with a gun in your hand?
I was looking for a couple of guys that had killed 2 men. I didn't pull my gun until they fired the first shot.
Even if that's true, can't you see your dead or alive order made them desperate?
No. One of them likes to kill. And I don't care how sick he is. My job is not to let him kill me or anybody else.
You've got to give that boy a chance to give himself up.
He can walk into any police station and do that.
You've made him afraid. He's sick.
Well, that's for the doctors and the jury to decide, Miss Burnett.
Mrs. Sisk, who is Alvin and where is he hiding?
Maybe you want it in writing. I don't know.
We're going to find him sooner or later, you know.
But it may be too late to save Martin Carter.
I don't know.
Every moment your order stands, it condemns that hostage just as if you killed him yourself. Give the boy what he wants and he'll surrender.
We don't make deals with killers.
What about Mrs. Carter? It could save her husband.
Maybe. And maybe not. But there's one thing I do know. That would encourage every hoodlum in town to take a hostage and try to bargain with the police. There will be no deals.
Take it easy, Frank. We all know you acted in the line of duty.
No, I don't know. Some of the big daily papers don't seem to think so. They're starting to talk like Mary Burnett.
It's the same old story. The police have a job to do, and how we do it never satisfies all the people involved. Yeah? Yeah, he's here.
Hello, Lieutenant Ballinger. Yeah. Well, sure, I could be there in 5 minutes. Right. Some man by the name of Roger Jessup thinks that Alvin might be his son.
You'll excuse me for not coming to you, Lieutenant, but Well, you'll understand why your father wouldn't want the police reporters to know he thought his own son was a...
Yeah, that's the boy we're looking for. Mr. Jessup, why didn't you call us sooner?
I couldn't bring myself to believe it.
Do you know where he is now?
No, he doesn't live home anymore. But I know what he's in for, and I want to help him.
Mr. Jessup, he's killed a man.
I wish you'd try to understand, Lieutenant. We went wrong somewhere in bringing him up, his mother and I. He was always difficult, right from the beginning. Had a vicious streak. Broke his mother's heart. Maybe I handled it wrong. Didn't get him to a doctor in time. But I was earning a living, away from home on the road. Now he's sick. I'll put him in the care of the best psychiatrist money can buy.
Don't you think it's a little late for that, Mr. Jessup?
I guess I was only talking for his mother.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jessup.
Oh, take it easy, Mr. Carter. You don't have long to wait.
Well, kill me if you're going to. What are you waiting for?
Don't rush me, Mr. Carter. You're my insurance. Maybe somebody will pay the ransom money. We've got to get out of town, Mr. Carter. I'm going to get a car tonight.
You don't dare show your face on the street. How do you expect to steal a car when the whole city's looking for you?
Just make a phone call. Phone booth down at the end of the block.
Time was running out for me. I had to gamble. If Julie knew where the killer was hiding, maybe Mary Burnett could get at her, if I could get at Mary.
How did you get in here?
Well, I saw that the light was on, so...
Well, what do you want?
A little cooperation for a change, Miss Burnett.
Lieutenant, how did you get the way you are?
What do you mean?
Well, you look halfway civilized.
Well, thank you very much.
But why would you want to kill?
Miss Burnett, I did not come here for a college debating match. A man's life is in danger, and... well, I need your help.
Do you now?
Yes. You know the only person who knows where Alvin Jessup is holding Carter. Now, can you help us by talking to Julie?
You can do that. You've got her locked up for aiding a fugitive.
You know, Miss Burnett, the picture you paint of the police is that they're all heavies, and that all criminals are just mental cases. That's a very dangerous way to think and quite contrary to the facts.
That's the viewpoint I'd expect you to take.
That's a viewpoint that I've gained over many years of first-hand experience. Experience that didn't come out of college textbooks.
Alvin is a sick boy.
Maybe. But right now he's a danger to everybody, and you know it.
I'm not so sure. If you'd have handled the matter differently.
Maybe. There's only one way for the police force to handle this thing. That is to find him and to stop him. Now, you can help us by talking to Julie.
Don't you think I've tried that already? Hello. Yes, this is Mary Burnett. Talk a little louder, please.
I said, this is Alvin Jessup. I read your story in the paper. I want to get myself up, but the cops will kill me if I do. They'll kill me like they did Sid. But if you bring me in, they wouldn't dare. All I'm asking for is a chance. Will you do it?
Of course I will. What arrangement would you suggest?
Come alone. Drive your own car. Park across the street from an empty factory near Kimball Building on Lavery Street.
I understand now. Don't worry. I've got to get this story off. Oh, Lieutenant, what would happen if someone other than the police brought in Alvin Jessup?
Why? Are you planning to beat my time?
Seriously, what would happen?
Well, he'd be booked, arraigned, and tried like any other criminal. He'd get every protection the law provides.
Including the right to enter a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity?
That's his right.
Thank you. Oh, now, if you'll excuse me, I have to give this to my editor.
Well, Miss Burnett. Hello?
Heavens, you didn't let her go alone.
Huh?
Well, you were here when he called just now. Why did you let her go alone?
Well, what are you talking about?
I cut in on her line by mistake.
Yeah?
A man was saying the police were going to kill him.
What man?
That killer, Alvin. He called just now. He told her to bring her car.
Where?
I don't know, a factory somewhere.
Where?
I'm trying to remember the name of the street. I was so excited.
You've got to remember where it is. But in the meantime, let's get on your switchboard and you get me to the police department.
She fell for it, Carter. Now, aren't you happy for me? Oh, come on.
In here, Miss Burnett, quick.
Now put those car keys in my hand. Come on. Oh, it's so easy. Now get over there with him.
You make a sound, Miss Burnett, and I'll plug Carter. So he dies the hard way. Slow.
Did you tip off the cops?
No, I didn't.
I'm all right, Verna. I'm all right.
Lord.
Frank. See you in a minute, huh?
Lieutenant, I think...
I don't care what you think. And the way you interfered with police business and almost got the three of us shot down, I ought to have you arrested for disorderly conduct.
You think I'm just a college girl with a cause.
There's
but
nothing
I'm...
wrong with the cause except the lack of experience and complete misunderstanding of the facts.
But
You think we like to kill, huh? Did you ever figure the amount of tough characters we bring in here without killing them?
No,
Of
but...
course not. There's a million other facts I could give you if you'd only take the time to listen.
But I would listen if you...
Good, then stick around. I'll buy a cup of coffee, so report to the captain. Well, sit down.
And she did, and gave the police a break when she covered Alvin Jessup's trial. The jury didn't believe his insanity defense and was satisfied that he knew the difference between right and wrong. He was sent away for life. As for me, my job is still to stop the criminal when and where I find him.